Jim, crypto news and analysis here, August 4th. What is going on with the markets today? Is there a V-shaped recovery? Are we so back? Let's talk about these things. So currently, Bitcoin price action, it is at a V-shaped recovery ever since, I think yesterday it was at 114K, and now momentum's taking it higher. The bands are about to turn green. And right now, what I will say is the word of caution is that currently we are at a local resistance around here. So this was the previous support, and now it's flipped as resistance, and now we are playing with it. So what I'm expecting with high probability is that we will see a bounce from this, a little pullback, maybe like 114K is possible. But what's pretty good is that this is a nice setup for a momentum fueled rally to actually reclaim the range and do V-shaped recovery to go higher in August, which would be kind of insane, but it's just in the playbooks. But what I will also say as the bearish case is that this order block here has yet to been tested. So it could just retest this and then a small weak bounce like this, and then down we go to the boonies. So be prepared for this price action as well. But currently Bitcoin price action momentum wise extremely good, and Ethereum is the clear outperformer here. So I put a possible trade idea momentum wise if we get the bullish case for Bitcoin, where Ethereum it pulls back to 3,600. So Ethereum is also within local resistance, and this would be a really good trend breakout trade in my own opinion. You trade it to 3,900, the local resistance here, and that would be 3R, pretty fucking insane. But I think that's a good option. The bands are starting to turn green on the 4-hour. On the daily, I think on the daily they're still green, but the price action currently with Ethereum extremely strong. Bitcoin dominance, it is lower. The bands are turning red for Bitcoin dominance, so we could see a little bit more outperformance for Ethereum with respect to Bitcoin in the coming days. But price action wise, this is forming a bit of a rising channel. So that is usually a bullish indicator for Bitcoin dominance. So it could be bottoming around here roughly, and then it does a V-shaped recovery like this because Bitcoin might just go higher, or Ethereum just shits the bed. Wherever it happens, price-wise, Ethereum extremely strong. But Ethereum, what I do want to say is that this price action, it is technically distributive. So we could get this pullback here and then a weak bounce like this, and then something like that. That would still be in the playbooks as well. So I want to get like super bullish, but this does offer some decent RR in terms of asymmetric probabilities. And I want to state this bearish case because there's this order block here that has yet to been retested at 3,100 to 2,900. And on the Twitter space, a lot of people are insanely fucking bullish. Like people are calling Ethereum to 18K, 20,000, 6,000 already when we've had this 20% rally. I mean, if we want to get there, let's break all-time high first. But what I'm thinking personally is that there's two paths where either the momentum fills it to hit 3,900, and then once we hit 3,900, that momentum will probably cool off, honestly, and then I would expect a distributive price action like that, honestly. Or it could just retest this and then just go fucking hard because Ethereum's a G. But in my own opinion, short term there might be a pullback, but just consider the bear case where in case that this is a false breakout, I suppose, then this can easily retest this lower level here. So just keep that in mind, in my own opinion. The altcoins like Solana, Hyperliquid, Doge, XRP, SUI, they aren't really outperforming Ethereum. Ethereum is a clear outperformer here. Altcoin-wise, nothing that exciting. Liquidation heat map-wise, we have a lot of heat, around 120,000 for Bitcoin, and we know that price loves to take out liquidity. And currently, Bitcoin price action-wise, it is supporting a V-shaped recovery price action. So in case that this is a V-shaped recovery, then we would see something like this, and then a choppy price action here, and then a sweep of the liquidity at 120K, and then a pretty choppy moment until it goes higher again. So just keep that in mind. There is a pretty decent thesis for why Bitcoin could go higher in terms of the thesis. I don't know why I just said that again, but what I am concerned about is that sentiment-wise, Twitter is extremely bullish. If you look at the altcoins, all of them are green. A lot of them pretty much are green. There's nothing really that insane in terms of outliers. All of them are pretty much reciprocating Ethereum, I suppose, just native token. So I like this token a bit, and price action wise, it is bouncing extremely nice from that trend line, and I still think this is within the play if I were to shout out this one, today token is going up only. A lot of AI tokens narratively in crypto. AI is still the narrative of the century. Kita is one of the top performers. Yeah, this one's doing pretty good. But there was also this troll token. Okay, this is not the fucking troll. The Mamo. This is a like an AI token, but it got released on Coinbase, and now we have insane volume here. So something to think about. But let's look at this. Breaking September rate cuts odds surge to 90%. Yeah, so the market is now pricing in this rate cuts where it seems that poly market wise, they're wanting to do rate cuts because people were expecting rate cuts to happen in September. But then when FOMC came and Jerome Powell, he was pretty hawkish with his tone of voice. People thought that we weren't going to get rate cuts, but I'm not really sure why people are expecting the rate cuts. So like, let's say we actually get the rate cuts. Like right now, the price action probably won't even increase that much. I mean, it probably will increase a little bit, but the thing is that 90%, this means the market is already pricing in the rate cuts as if we already got them, which is why it's also supporting this V-shaped recovery. So keep that in mind. I wouldn't trade around this news because news is a lagging indicator. So usually this news comes out after the price action has happened. So I guess it's the other way around as well. But the thing is that there is some risk here where they keep flopping this and say, oh, September rate cut odds go back to like 70% and then price dips because of that. So just keep that in mind. But if we do get the rate cuts, that would be pretty good because we still have this uncertainty if we're going to get them or not. But we know around September rate cuts should be happening. And rate cuts, when they happen, will be extremely, extremely bullish for risk on assets like crypto because people are going to sell their bonds to chase these assets for higher yield, basically. So let's look at this. Life is a normie. I'm an idiot. Why didn't I buy? I'm not buying that shit. I'm an idiot. Why didn't I buy? It's a pretty common meme where a lot of people, they look at the price and they look at the green candles and they can get pretty emotional with this. Like imagine you capitulated at 112K and now you see it at 115K and you're like, oh my God, I got to buy back. But with moments like these, for most people, if they don't have a system to trade around volatility or like an investing system or trading system, most people are just better off buying and holding DCA Bitcoin, and you will outperform pretty much 90% of people trying to outplay the market. Like the thing is, you can outplay the market if you're systematic with it, like how I am with this, where you can essentially backtest leading indicators for trading, and then you can have trade ideas like this, right? And over time, you would compound. Like you would have most of your money in Bitcoin, but you would have a smaller stack to essentially compound to outperform Bitcoin. And you could essentially, like, you don't risk your fucking whole portfolio per trade. But yeah, just keep this in mind, right? Just emotions are your enemy in the markets. So Mamo launched on virtuals, was added to Coinbase, again, tokenomics, so no dev team, etc. allocations. Yeah, so they're talking about this Mamo token. I'm not really sure, but Coinbase was listing this earlier, and it seems like there's some narrative happening. So Mamo is your personal finance companion built to help you grow your money quietly in the background. No spreadsheets, no stress, no smart strategies. Automate, explain in plain language. Yeah, so there's some diff AI apps coming about in the base app where they're trying to push things with Banker and whatnot. So I think Banker was also being pushed onto the whole platform and then Tibira. So this Tibira token, I thought it would go lower, but this is actually really, really insane volatility to go higher. So honestly, I still don't know what the fuck this token even does, man. I don't have it. I'm just looking at it from the sidelines and this, dude, what the fuck? This thing is just insane. Yeah. Okay. The Troll token. Yeah, so there's this token on Twitter being shilled all over the place. It's called the Troll token. This thing is all over the fucking place, man. I remember seeing this and I was like, dude, this, how would this even go? But now that I think about it, this Troll token, it's so fucking funny because the higher it goes, the more funny it is. It's kind of like Fartcoin. So I think if I were to look at the Fartcoin is currently being underperformed compared to Trollcoin. Yeah, so Fartcoin, it is now in this choppy range here. And yeah, it's starting to show a little bit of bearish momentum. But Fartcoin was one of those tokens that go higher and it'll be funny. And Trollcoin seems to be one of those new ones where it seems that a whole cabal is shilling it. Like there's like 10 fucking influencers shilling this online. And now price action is sending this Troll token super, super fucking high. I think price action wise, this goes higher until further notice. Like even look at the volume distribution. The volume is still half of what it was at first when it came out. So this can just keep going higher. I personally don't have it. Maybe I will at some point if we get a dip on it. the thing is, it's been up only for the last 8 days, right? But volume-wise, it still suggests that a lot of people are sidelining this rally. So I do think this troll token does go higher, but we'll have to see. I'm kind of just watching it from the sides for now. But yeah, that's what I want to say in this video. That's pretty much the market update today. My summary is that I think currently Ethereum, the rally is extremely strong, but there is decent probability we will get a pullback in the coming day or so. And then if we do get that, then there's a really nice asymmetric probability of getting a long higher for riding the momentum, and that V-shaped recovery is within the books. But don't get too crazy about it, because there's still a bearish moment here, possibly, where it just dips, and then it would usually try to do that, but it could just retest its order block again before it goes higher. If it does retest its order block, we will have a choppy August. But if not, and that this is just a shaker bags moment before sending Bitcoin higher, then it will go higher. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say in this video. See you guys.